Hey guys, James here today and welcome back to another Sims 4 video. Today we are doing a build buy overview of the Sims 4 Discover University, and thanks to EA Game Changers for making this possible. So here we are in the game. As per usual, I've sort of laid everything out into areas that I think kind of make sense, and we can kind of see every single item that comes in the pack right here. And I guess one of the things you'll probably note right away is there's actually not as many items as we've got in some of the other expansion packs. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing, because a lot of these items I think I'm going to be using a ton, and a bunch of them actually fit really, really well into all the dorm rooms, which is kind of what I've set up over here. So I guess we might as well just start in this area. It's got a lot of like IKEA inspired furniture. I mean, even some of the pieces I'm pretty sure are like that. Surely that's like an IKEA piece, right? I mean, it's pretty close. They've gone down to 6 holes instead of 9. So there you go. It's pretty similar. Anyway, so yeah, a lot of this stuff is very, IKEA inspired. It definitely looks like something that I love, because I mean, I swear I own like 50% of this furniture at least. Oh, mini fridges. Okay, we gotta go one thing at a time here, because we're getting ahead of ourselves. All right, I'm gonna jump into build mode here. I'm gonna go through all the stuff that I put in here, because like I said, I've kind of grouped items together where I think that they make the most sense, and we'll sort of get to them as we go through it all. So right here, we've got, I guess, a set of kind of IKEA stuff, which is going to be this larger dresser. Then we have a sort of smaller dresser right here, and it comes with a desk as well. And I would say the beds also fit into this same theme. They should all have similar sort of tones of wood and colors, but the beds obviously have a few more sort of sheets and that can go with it. Actually, I really like these beds. I actually love that one too. Some of these go really, really nicely. Actually, the interesting thing about this pack as well, because obviously it's about university, and we have the two different universities of Foxbury and Britechester. Most of the items that come in this pack will have variants that sort of reflect that too. So you can see we got some of the colors here and all of that. And then, so yeah, so we got this bed here, which is nice, pretty simple. I don't think it's the cheapest though, is it? $400. It is nearly, I guess it's the cheapest actual bed. Oh wait, no, maybe not. It's not quite the cheapest, because the cheapest is still this one here, the Mod Pod Sleeper. Or if you want to go for the kids bed, that's like $240. So it's getting down there. Still definitely not the cheapest, but it also does have discomfort relief and stress relief and all that, so you don't get the sort of uncomfortable for adults moodlet or anything like that if you try to use it, which is great. And that's the same with the other bed here, which is just a little bit more expensive because it has like the sort of drawers and storage under it. Actually, this one is super nice. I'll probably use this one quite a lot too. And one thing that I'm really happy to see still being carried forward in all of these items is most of them are going to have like a white swatch and also a black swatch, and that's pretty much across the board still, or like a combination of the two. You can see there's obviously the alternates here. This actually, speaking of this guy here, I love it. It's got like the little cinder blocks on the bottom. That is so that's like perfect. I kind of want more items like this, sort of more run down. You can see it's even like the wood planks are kind of chipped and all that. They're kind of breaking away. Got the cinder blocks on bottom, and I think it looks really nice. And so all these items here on it are sort of part of the object, and there's obviously a few little slots, and it is just a bookcase as normal. And actually, this is a new little laptop that we get here that comes with University. So now we actually have like, what, 4 laptops in the game, including the couple from Strangerville and the base game one. So that's pretty cool. So I got another laptop there. Nice and expensive though, $4,200. It is not cheap. I guess same as the Strangerville one. They definitely look different though, so that's good to see. Oh, that's got like is that a mirror in there? I didn't even know. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, because I didn't know, because normally I view it from about here, so it kind of doesn't render. Or if you're like sort of a little bit further away. But yeah, that's awesome. There's a little mirror in there. I believe that's purely decorative, but that's really nice. So we got a bunch of posters up here on the wall. A lot of these are actually unlockables. So most of this stuff here you will unlock through the organizations and becoming members of them through University. And that's pretty much most of these posters I've got in this area, except for this one here, which is nuts. So this one has a few different designs as well, some really classic ones as well. Like some of these are going to be, oh, that's beautiful. References to a couple other things like World Cup in there as well. This one's really nice. I want that as a real poster, because that's a cool one. This guy down here as well, we got a few different colors, and then these are all just sort of the club posters, or not the club, sorry, the organization posters. So this one, actually, I really like this because it's like an energy drink, and that's so classic. So you need to be drinking them during uni for sure. Just unlock them through the game. You can just like, cheat and unlock them that way. And a few more over here as well, of all the various clubs, like robotics, you can see there, debate and all that as well. And then, so the side table here to match this sort of IKEA set as well. So you can see I've kind of put them all together in this area. I hope it's not all like looking too busy for you guys, but I kind of just wanted everything to be together so we can see how it all, fits and goes with each of the pieces. And then this little thing here is it's just a little decorative guy, and he has a bunch of different patterns here. Oh, I haven't looked at all of them yet. Oh, that's kind of creepy. That one kind of scares me, actually. This guy has seen some stuff. He's like, and then we've also got, oh, robot. Oh, oh, Bob Pancakes. That's kind of weird though, isn't it? Because isn't that kind of meta having a Bob Pancakes doll in The Sims 4 with Bob Pancakes? Maybe he should own himself. That'd be kind of cool. Yeah, that's actually really cool. Just a little decorative piece. It doesn't do anything. And then the side table, of course, has all the same colors that match with the other sort of IKEA pieces. Actually, speaking of which, this chair we didn't have a look at. A lot of bright colors on it as well, whites and blacks, and then just a bunch of different color variants there. And then we got a few more decorations here on this wall. So this is just one flag. I've just placed 4 different variants of it right here. So this one has obviously all the Brightchester variants, and then it has a bunch of Foxberry ones here as well. And then I think just a couple of miscellaneous ones here as well. Soccer. Ooh, very nice. Oh, actually, I'm really excited about this guy here because so we got these new blinds. You know why I'm excited about this now? Normally, I wouldn't have this pack installed here, this one. But the thing about this pack that I don't have installed in my game is I actually really like these blinds from that pack. So now that we have another sort of simple blind that comes in something else, I'm so happy about it. So this is actually really, really nice. So we got a bunch of colors on this, a lot of neutrals and that, so it'll pretty much go anywhere, which is really good to see. And then we also have this little, I guess, pin board where they've sort of put up a bunch of little things, and there's a bunch of variants on it as well. A few different like poster variants on it, as you can see, and just background colors, which is great. So that's actually a really nice little detail. And we also have this mirror, which I'm just going to pull out of that spot because it's a little hidden. Let's come over here. So we got this mirror here with a bunch of stickers over it. It sort of sits on the ground clearly. This I actually really like because it's like definitely designed around the idea of a dorm room. So they've just grabbed the mirror. They haven't put it up because they probably can't put things into the wall or whatever. So they've just like plonked it on the floor. And that's exactly what it is. And then you got a few different designs here, a bunch of different stickers, some clean ones as well, plain black, plain white. I really love that they have actually taken that feedback on board. I'm telling you, since like, I don't know when, maybe, was it like Strangerville or maybe even Island Living? Since one of those packs, they've kind of been doing plain whites and plain blacks on everything. And it's actually been so good. I love it. Maybe it's just me, but I love it. Obviously, it just means they can be used with everything. And then we got this other big sort of banner thing here, which has a bunch of different variants which are used around the game as well. So obviously Foxberry and Brightchester ones, and then there's a few of the organization ones as well in here. So I think, well, these look like the sort of graduation day banners. And then there's like robotics and more robotics and debating and more debating and, oh, drinking. I mean, juicing, sorry. And then some soccer as well. And then moving on, we actually have a few items here because this is actually a separate item on top. I believe it's an unlockable. Become a starter on the college soccer team to unlock the soccer team playbook. There you go. So it's just a little book here that you can sort of place around. I think they can also study from it, I believe, is something like that, or like learn some stuff from it. Or maybe not. I just put it in inventory, put away. Never mind, I thought you could do something. And then we got these 2 mini fridges. So we have, these are basically the exact same item. So if we come out here, we've got this one and this one right here. They both do exactly the same thing. One of them is obviously just a more sort of, I guess, modern or just contemporary looking one. Maybe modern's not really the right word, but you know what I mean. It's more standard looking, and then this one's a little bit older. Got some stickers all over it, few different colors, and that's the mini fridges there. Now they cannot be placed into counters like I was hoping they could be. And interestingly, they are the exact same height as counters, and they just don't really fit. Like you could, I mean, I guess, I doubt that would even work if you're doing something like this. But they don't place in counters like in, did they do that with Sims 3? I know Sims 2 they did. I think they did anyway. Anyway, so they don't do that, but what they do allow you to do is put stuff on top of them, such as the microwave. So you can put a microwave on top of them. It fits there perfectly fine, or like coffee machines, that kind of stuff. It all does fit on top, but you just can't go in a counter, so it kind of acts as its own counter. And they mentioned the idea behind that. The reason it does that is because if you go into live mode, you can actually click and drag these things around and sort of place them down while playing the game. And then the same with microwave, so you can click and drag a microwave and place it on top. So that's kind of how that all works and why it's like that. And up here we've got almost like a little planning board, a little cork board on the side and a whiteboard on the left where they would obviously plan in their week or month or whatever. But there's a few different variants on that as well. It's always a really good thing to look through each of the color variants because a lot of the time they'll have like different designs on stuff, and it's actually really interesting to see. And something I've just noticed, looking at that marker there, oh, there's a green one. Perfect. Hang on. Oh, no, never mind. The green one doesn't match because I got some whiteboard markers here. That does not match. But this one, I was like, they've just plain out taken the design off these guys. It's got the same lid and everything. I was like, oh, okay. I see where they got that from. All right, so moving on over this way, we got a few sort of, I just basically a variety of items I've kind of just chucked in here because I didn't know where else to put them. So we got this new desk here, the teacher's desk, which let's go over here. Okay, this is weird. I've got no spot to put this. All right, let's go over here. Here we go. Go around. Oh, okay, never mind. I couldn't place it anyway. Let's just move the whole thing. Let's move the whole thing out over this way. So this has actually got a variety of items that are kind of interesting. So we got a new sort of gamer chair, you know, gonna be an epic gamer. Because I think we got one of those in, here we go. This guy here from Get Famous, very similar, obviously different designs here. Gamer chairs are very, very popular and very common now. This is like looking like the energy drink one that we saw the poster of just before. A few nice colors on there, you know, white, black, very nice. You know, I like those variants. And then, so we've got actually an interesting thing here. This is not a regular computer. And you can see it's not even in the computer category, which at first might be confusing and also costs 12,500 bucks. Actually, is that one of the, that's 15,000. You know what? That actually might now be, oh, I guess alongside the violin, that is now the most expensive item in the game. I think those are the most expensive. I don't think you can get anything more than that, can you? Because usually we used to sell violins in our retail stores because they were the most expensive. But now that the other research machine is also 15,000. Hello. Anyway, so these guys are completely different to computers. You use them throughout university to research topics. So if I go into live mode, you can see the difference here. It actually has research and then just a bunch of this stuff. Logic versus instinct, you know, you sort of go through here and this is tied into gameplay. So it is not a computer and that's something to keep in mind. But anyway, that's why it looks different. It's a little bit older and that's what that is. And it has a few different colors. I mean, pretty standard. There's not really a lot going on here. And then we have a new desk lamp. This is also really cool. So you got some bright, vibrant colors, which look like that would fit in anywhere really easily. White and black as well. Oh. And then this, I love it. Anytime we get new clutter items, it's perfect. We need as much clutter as we can get. So it's got little post-it notes all around it. There's some like math homework on the first one. And then I guess, I don't know what that is, a little bubble there. Actually, sometimes I wonder, you know, like is this just a picture of someone's like paper, like while they were actually doing something they just put on there? That's cool. So a few different little variants of that as well, which is really nice to add a bit of clutter to the rooms. And then the desk, of course, let me just get rid of this stuff so we can have a look. The desk has some nice colors as well. White, black, hello. So I believe this was unlocked through the teacher career, right? Level 3 of the education career. Very, very nice. So that one is there. So let's just put all those things back. And then this little guy, which is also part of all this IKEA furniture. It might not look like much, but it is a chest. And so this is something that you'll probably use more at university and dorms. But in live mode, it actually has its own inventory. It's basically just a big chest. So you could just be like, hey, I want to put my laptop in there. Anything that's live draggable can basically go in there. So I can't drag a chair, for example. I can't drag that. But the mini fridges, I could be like, boop, oh, boop. There you go. So if I do it right. So then it goes in there. Basically, it's just a way to pack everything up into this guy here, and you can open and you can see it in there. So you can sort of put stuff away, drag it out as you need it, if it's in the way, etc. That's how that works. It's a nice little item, and it actually does come in handy at university. And then we also have a brand new door here, which is used on all the dorms. It's basically a dorm door. You know, it has like a little plan on the back here and a little, what do you call them? Little peephole. A few different designs, of course. The only thing about it is, like, obviously if you're building a dorm or something like that and you need to have a door of a certain color, because obviously each of these swatches changes the color of door, all of the stickers and designs on the back are going to be exactly the same. So there's no way to vary them up between different dorms, which is a bit of a shame. I mean, obviously the outside bit is fine. And I guess, I mean, realistically, how often are we going to see the back of a door? But I guess that to me, I was just like, no, it'd be nice if there was a way to sort of customize these a bit more, have different swatches for different sticker placements. So there's a bit more variety, but that's okay. And before we leave this room, there's a couple more things that we haven't looked at. We've got the rug underneath. I've sort of just blended it in. A bunch of different variants on it. Some that are a little more exciting and colorful and almost kind of feeling a bit retro in some of these. I was like, these are pretty bold. We had some of these around the place. But yeah, that is a nice big square rug that we got underneath. We also have a new light hanging up top here. So this one has a bunch of the sort of bold colors. There's a few basic item sets in this pack. And I would say that this yellow chair is sort of tied in with this light, but I've sort of been able to match them into this general dorm set. And you'll see there's other items with that bold, bright color scheme, like the lamp over here was one of those. So this has the same colors as this light up here. Oh no, that's not the light up here. So they have the matching swatches, and you can kind of figure out which items go with which. But I think they sort of work quite well in this room too. I think we'll move over here now because there's actually some really exciting pieces for the bathroom. I know it seems kind of lame. There's like 4 items in here. But these 2 here, actually no, these 3 here I'm actually so excited about. So we finally got cubicles. I mean, it seems like the dumbest thing, honestly. Oh, I guess, sorry, bathroom stalls. Bathroom stalls, I'm sorry. A lot of people got confused when I said cubicles because they think of like office cubicles. Anyway, we call them cubicles in Australia and probably some other places too. Anyway, I'm super excited to see these. And you know what? I was surprised that there's actually 2 variants of them too. So we've got this one here, which is, I would say, a much more American design, or a US or North American kind of design, because I always find these ones here in the US have these giant gaps between them, and you can see straight through it, and it always confuses me. I'm like, why are there such big gaps everywhere? They're always shorter too. I don't know, they always have giant gaps. Anyway, so they got that one there, which is the Mind the Gap semi-private toilet stall. There you go, it's even in the name. And then we have this one here, which is, I would probably say more of a common design elsewhere. Anyway, obviously a more like sort of just really standard looking one too. So these are completely seamless, have, you know, almost floor to ceiling of a standard wall height. And yeah, we've got them. I'm actually really excited about it. It's all in one. It comes with the toilet paper rolls and all that. It's all part of the same piece. The door closes as Sims go in there, of course. And I think it's actually, I think that's so cool. I'm so excited about this. It's basically now time to go back through every single community lot in the game and replace them with toilet stalls, because it just makes so much more sense. Bunch of colors on them, and excitingly, a bunch of them that also have graffiti, because that makes sense. That is so good. I'm so glad that they have like a bunch of graffiti variants, the ones that are dirty. It's actually, I think of the blue one, not of all of the colors, but of the blue one, they have a few different varieties of graffiti, as you can see there. So that's really cool. And then this one, I don't believe has any graffiti. This one's just a sort of almost more upper class, you know, fancier establishment kind of vibe to it. And then this item here, oh, this, they didn't even show this in the trailer at all, or at least the announcement trailer. They showed this one, which we were all like, oh, okay, guess we're not getting, you know, off the wall shower. But here we go, almost Invisi Shower 2.0. And the reason this is exciting is because now, first of all, we can create like shower stalls yourself. So basically you can have, or like in the dorms, there'll be like 3 or 4 showers next to each other. All the Sims can shower at the same time. They don't get embarrassed by it, which is really, really good. But also this is really going to be very, very useful to create our own showers, which is something, you know, custom content has been doing for years, and even back in previous games we could do it too. But basically what I mean by that is just build a couple of walls yourself, and then just put windows in them, you know, and or not, I guess. You don't have to. And just do windows like this, and then you just have a nice big glass shower. The walls would match with your existing build. You basically just do whatever you want now with the shower. And that's super exciting. Sims cannot woohoo in the shower though. So they added shower woohoo in this game, and they can woohoo in pretty much all the showers in the game, except for the ones that I guess are more public. So they can't woohoo in this shower, I don't believe, or this one, which I guess makes sense because it's like way out in the open. But I think any of them that can close, they can, I think is how that is. Anyway, so this guy, this shower stall just has a few different colors, and this one here obviously has your basics as well, your blacks, your whites. Oh, gold. Oh, fancy. You could really do whatever you want with this, and that's really cool. Okay, moving on to my little common room set. I guess like a common room for a dorm. That's kind of how I designed this one almost. So this has a few interesting pieces in here too. We got one of the new flooring. Actually, I say one of the new flooring. The only new flooring, by the way, is just this one here. Ignore all these gold tags. So this is the only new flooring. It is a carpet. And it definitely, I mean, yeah, it's cool. I just don't know that I'll use it much. I'll probably use it like how I am here as like a rug. I mean, it's nice, but it's just that's the only flooring we got in this. And then we've got a few, I guess, let's have a look at the notable stuff. We got the ping pong table. There's actually a few different variants of this, unlockable ones. So you unlock them from, what is it from? Becoming a senior member of the Brightchester Spirit Corps, and then the opposite for Foxberry. And all it is just a ping pong table with the logo on it, so nothing really interesting there. But yeah, they can play ping pong and juice pong, simple colors. It's fun, but you know, it would have also been cool to have a pool table. Just saying. Man, they were really holding out the pool table for like a rainy day. I really wonder when it's going to show up at this point. And then the bicycle as well. These are really cool. So the bicycle is pretty cool, but I'm pretty sure it's only for teens and up. So unfortunately, kids can't ride it, which is kind of a miss. That's really disappointing. Like all you have to do, scale down the model, and then I guess also animate it, and then also make a trike for toddlers. Yeah, it's a bit of a shame. Anyway, the bike itself is a really nice item. It looks really cool, even just as a decorative piece, just having it here. I did want to put it in the dorm, but I kind of ran out of room. But it's just a nice like decoration, as well as a functional bicycle as well, of course. Lots of nice colors on it, just really fun in general. Like I think that's going to be really, really cool. And then this is a new wall light up here, and I've kind of made it a boring color, but it has a few fun, you know, colors here. So that's a nice big light, and here's the same light that we saw in the dorm. And we'll go through all the windows at the end because you might have been seeing a few of them around the place. But we have this new set here, which obviously you might recognize this same yellow color and that light and these tables. They're all in the same set, but I've kind of spread them out a bit. They sort of also go with that office chair and all that. But this is like obviously a more contemporary sort of look, really, really basic. And another reason I like this as well, it's kind of similar to, almost to this. I know you might at first be saying, what are you talking about? But in the sense that it's a really basic kind of design. So it's not too like in your face or anything like that. I mean, this one from My First Pet Stuff, which I don't use, is really bold in colors. Like there's no real basic color in this one, which is a shame. Like it's just kind of, it was hard to use anyway, but like I'm talking about the specific design of it. It's pretty cool design because you could just do something like this and sort of fit them together, which is really cool. Like, I think that's really, really nice that you could do that. And you can kind of do a similar thing with this guy here. Like, if you sort of put them together, they do actually fit pretty well. But obviously you'll still see the corner glitch a bit, but even still it's like not that bad. Like you could put them together like that really easily, which is kind of cool. And then these have basically the exact same color swatches as all the other items in this set. Like if we have a look at them, they all have the exact same colors. So you could match all of this exactly the same. So I guess we don't really need to go through all the colors on that, but they're all pretty basic and straightforward in that sense. And same with this little side table here. It's kind of funky. A little bit of fun, a little bit fresh. We also have this table lamp here as well as another little lamp that we got, which I guess would suit more with the IKEA set pieces. But anyway, I put it out here because of reasons. Oh, speaking of IKEA, if that ain't IKEA, I don't know what it is. This is definitely a Kallax. This is definitely a Kallax shelf right here. Although, I don't know if they come in a 3x3. I guess that's probably a way they get around it not being a Kallax. What is it called? Cube to the cube bookshelf solution. Okay. So hoping there'd be some other play on words there. Yeah, so that's actually really nice. I really like that because I had one of those for years and years and years and years. I only just got rid of mine, I think, recently. And then we have a little armchair version of that sofa. This coffee table actually really nice because it's just really simple. It's a really basic piece. So easy to use as well. Like it's just a bunch of color. Obviously some really bright colors. Not a bunch of neutrals in here, but the white and the black are going to make it pretty versatile in that sense. And we got these little new potted plants as well here, which have a nice few little colors on them. Obviously little smiley faces there. And then, oh, that's a really nice texture there. That's so nice. Yeah, you can really class up the joint with these. Yeah, so some really nice options there. And then this one here as well has very similar ones. Oh, classy. Actually really good. I love those. Really good. Then another fun little item here, classic keg. So we've got a juice keg. There's actually a bunch of these as well. The only difference that I'm pretty sure they are is just the type of drink that's in them. And even still, when they empty out, you can fill them up with one of the other drinks. I'm not really sure why they have to all be different. I guess they have a different sticker on them, but that's kind of, anyway. So that's that. You can do keg stands, all that kind of stuff. That's more gameplay, but that's what it looks like right there. And then what else do we have in this room? This here is some speakers that are just kind of set up. This is just a radio, so like a regular radio, play music on. Kind of a nice design though, a little bit of fun. And then back here is the robotics stand where you can make all the robot parts. No colors on that one. And we have a new easel as well, because why not? Unlocked by becoming a senior member of the University of Britechester Art Organization. Great. So that's right there. So that's pretty much this room. Oh, we got the new wallpaper here as well. Not the new wallpaper. There's more than one new wallpaper, but this is one of them, which has a bunch of colors as well. It has those big bold stripes on them though. So, and it does look like a sort of concrete or something like that because it's got a bit of shine to it. It looks like a hard surface. So that's that one there. And we got the orange in here. But yeah, moving into this room because I don't think I've missed anything in there. We have a new high top table. There's actually quite a few new high top tables in here, which what I mean by that is it is a table that takes bar stools as seats. So you can't use regular dining chairs. So this is very much a more cafeteria feeling table. That's why I kind of put it in here with the cafeteria stuff. So we got these matching chairs here. I kind of wish that these weren't as stylized with this sort of weird foot thing. I mean, it's kind of cool, but I kind of wanted something a little bit more simple. I guess something more like this, but not as angular, like just more straight and simple. But I mean, it's still good. I really like the table though. The table is super nice. I think this is going to be really cool. I don't know how many times I'm going to need a high top table like this, but it is really, really nice. And then we've also got a banner over here, which again has a similar sort of color selection and variance as the other wall banner. Pretty much, I think it is pretty much the same, just a sort of vertical version of it. So you got, yeah, you know, you got your debating and all that, the robotics, the soccer, I think was in here somewhere too, or maybe not. No, I made that one up. Never mind. Anyway, a bunch of variants on that one as well. Another bookcase over here. So that Kallax was also a bookcase. So this one is just like a little filing cabinet kind of one. A little bit more dirty. Some little stickers over it. I think there are, yeah, the white and the black. Nice and clean too. Very cool. This guy here, pretty cool. So I mean, we had this pretty much exact item in City Living, but I don't think we could buy it anywhere. This is just a new bin. It is a new bin that you can just buy and place in any house you want. And it just goes on the wall, trash chute. So that's really nice actually. And then we have this item here, which is a cafeteria buffet kind of thing. You can't run it yourself, but if you go into live mode, if this is on a community lot, someone will show up automatically. I think any community lot, I'm not sure, but yeah, if you go here, you can also just hire a vendor. They'll come and you just get food from it. So that is that there. That is mostly, you know, for university and dorms and all that. But obviously you can just build a cafeteria wherever you want now, which is pretty cool. On the wall, we've got an Apple clock, I guess. It's unlocked a teacher career. Education, yeah, level 2. There you go. That makes sense, I guess. I kind of just put it here because it was like an apple and I was like, food. I don't know, that was my association. Okay, so moving on to the next and final interior sort of selection of items. This is, I guess, the more classical, traditional looking set, and then also this palette here. I didn't really know where to put this because it kind of doesn't really fit into any of the other rooms that I've built, but anyway, I really like this because it's like a palette, just like something thrown together. Someone's obviously gone and collected pieces and made a coffee table out of it. I really, really like it, so I thought I'd just put it in here. And then these I've kind of dressed up because in some of the dorms in the game, they're kind of using these chairs as like kind of tacky and kind of cheap. But if you put it in here, they kind of look fancy. So we got these new sets here. Nice selection of colors through there. Same on this couch as well. They've got that nice pattern on it too. So then we have a few, like there's a few different styles in this room. Not all of these items are exactly the same. Like these sort of gold trimmed ones are not exactly the same as the other ones, but obviously all the colors kind of do go together. And I think, do they have the same sort of, I think they have the same arrangement of swatches actually as well. Yeah, they do. So while they do look a little bit different, they do have the same position of swatches as well. So you can sort of match them exactly, which is really, really nice. And the dining chairs here as well go with it. We got a couple of variants of those, which is good. So you can sort of mix and match them or put them down however you want. And then we have a bunch more bookcases. So this is our nice new tall bookcase for, you know, medium height walls or large, I guess. And then sort of a smaller one and then a smaller, well, I guess medium one and a smaller one. And these again have the exact same swatches as all of that set there. So you can see all in the exact same spot, having the more sort of red, warmish wood tones there as well. Oh, this sign here is actually really cool. So I obviously dressed this area up like a bar. So that's why I've kind of gone with that, because I guess it could be a logo of a bar or something, but there's a bunch of other stuff on here that you could use for stores or something and make a little run of shops. That almost looks like a jewelry store. That I don't know, a flying pig. I guess that could be a bar too. That could be like a library or something. Got a shoe store, a fashion store, got a bakery. You know, there's a few different things on here they can kind of use, like a coffee shop and clothing store. So there's a few nice little pieces in there to have a look at. And we also have a new fireplace, which is cool. Always nice to get one of these. Very, very fancy though, I think. And then, yeah, so these new bar stools here as well. I love the little rivets on it here as well around the chair there. So do these have the same color placements? Let's see. That apparently is the one that goes there, but I think, no, these are different. I don't know what these go with, because these swatches are in completely different places. Oh, I mean, actually, they still have the same color, but I think it has it has the same colors, but I think, does it have like an extra one, or is it like, there's something different? I don't know. Anyway, there's an extra swatch in this one for some reason. Anyway, it does match. That's good to know. That's good to know. Got this classic scale as well. I swear you always see this in like sort of education and all that. So that's really nice. I love the gold. It's like really vibrant. And another table lamp here as well. A little bit fancier than the other ones. And another sort of side table here that matches all those swatches. And look at this. Lo and behold, another bar, because we needed another one of those. How many bars do we have in this game? Let's have a look. Look at this category. Let's have a look. Look at this category. This is I mean, this is all expansions, game packs, and stuff packs right here. But look how many bars are in this category. Like, do we need another bar, guys? I think I might want another one. So get another bar. I mean, having said that, it is super nice. Like I feel like whenever they make a bar, they do look really nice, but it's just like, I don't really need another one. It's okay, guys. You can calm down. Anyway, and it's got nice big taps on it as well. So behind that, I put down like this sort of menu board, which has a huge variety of different ones on here as well. So you can sort of mix and match that, put it down however you want. We got a few new wall plants that are sort of hanging up top here as well. Which will tie into a lot of stuff. Obviously, you'd probably put these outside. I've just put them on this wall here because it's where they went. That one there as well. It's quite nice. And we have some flags, which are pretty cool. Also, probably would find a better spot for these. It's not great right here, but that kind of, I guess it works. Different variants there. We've also got this sort of, I guess, dish cabinet. Why did I call that? What is it called? A hutch. We've got this hutch over here. Matching swatches as per all the other stuff. And another little high top table here. I guess I should have mentioned this one's also a high top table, much like the other one in the cafeteria. So we've got sort of the modern style and the traditional, which is really, really nice. And then back over this way, we have another new desk as well, which is a desk for the lawyer career. So this is just a little bit fancier. Basically the same as the teacher one, just kind of fancier than that. So we got 3 new desks in this pack, I think, which is cool because we definitely needed more. I always like some more desks, which is quite good. And then this is the $15,000 research computer. It's like wood. It's got wood tones. You can't even color it. That's not even nice. Why is that 15 grand? And then we have these lawyer folders, just some clutter here as well. So I think these are they unlockable too? Yeah. Some little case files there. And oh, this fancy little desk chair as well. I quite like this one. It's a little executive desk chair. Quite nice. So that goes right in there. And then of course we have the debate podium. Which I didn't really know where to put this. That's why it's kind of just sitting in here. So this has a few little colors as well. Kind of matches all of this set here too, where your Sims can actually verse each other in debate, which is pretty cool. So that's that kind of set of items. Although there are a couple other items that do go with this set, but I didn't really want to put them in the bar setting because it didn't really make sense. So we got these couple of beds here as well. So we have 4 new beds in this pack, which is cool. So these are some fancier looking ones that sort of match in with all of it. And this little side table. I actually really like this side table too. I think I'll use this one quite a lot. I do wish though, having said that, with the beds, I really wish that we had a double version of this one, because I think this would look really nice in a double. I mean, look at this, it's beautiful. I think that would actually look really good in a double as like a nice big bed platform. And even this one would look good in a double. Like cheaper double beds would be great, because the cheaper double beds that are also comfortable would be great, because the cheaper ones that we have are just, the Sims don't like them. I mean, this one's okay, but I've used this like 1,000 times, and these are way more basic, which is kind of cool. Anyway, so that was just something I wanted to point out. But these are quite good too, so I'm a fan. Nice white, nice black, all good. Okay, so those are those beds, and then that's the old wallpaper. We do have all the new exterior wallpapers out here as well. So we got this one over here. It's kind of weird calling them a wallpaper because I mean it's bricks, but anyway. So this sort of fancier one here. With a couple of trims on the brick there. And then we also have, no, that's Realm of Magic. Why don't we just look at them here? We've got this one here, the Groovier Stone. I guess, do we have is this one called Groovy Stone? Stones that groove. Okay. So there's like a sort of more straight line version, and then the one that is groovier. So this has some basics of black and white, and then a few neutrals in between, some browns and all that. Pretty simple. And then I actually really, really love this one, the Foxbury Stone. Because I always try to find like a really nice light colored sandstone brick, and that's exactly what this is. So now like in this color here, it's just like a sandstone looking brick, and that's so exciting because I try to use that all the time and it didn't really exist, and now it does. So I'm pretty excited about that. And then they've got this sort of bigger block here, the accented stone. This one is also quite nice. We sort of have a look at the different colors there. Got a gray one, got a darker brown one. So that's quite good too. And you can see I've sort of tied it in with all the windows there that we'll have a look at in a minute. And then we got a couple of these guys here. So these are the crests, the Foxbury crest, and then the Brychester crest. And these are pretty simple, just big stone crests. I mean, that'd be pretty cool to like scale up as well. They still look pretty good. And then we have a bunch of new food stalls, which I'm actually not sure which all these are. So we've got fish and things. We got Tam Tams, more than one slice pizza pop up. We got kebabs and wraps, coffee cart, and also another coffee cup for Brychester. That's cool. So we got those guys there. We also have this new banner, which has a bunch of different variants too. So it's not just the same thing all over. And I think you kind of see this pop up around the world as well. And then also the other pole, well, this is a separate item. So you could like, I guess if you wanted, I guess this is the point. So if you wanted to like string more than one together, and that goes like that. And then we have a couple of new street lights as well. So this is sort of, I guess, more traditional looking street light. And then the sort of modern one, I guess probably for Foxbury and Brychester. They sort of mix and match like that. And then also I didn't really know where to put this. It's just like this little camping chair that we have, Game Day Glute. Because there's like matches and soccer matches and stuff in this game in the arena. But yeah, I just put it out here. And a little soccer ball, which can also be recolored. So Foxbury and Brightchester ones, and then just a few different ones, and a standard one. And then we also have a stone bench right here, which I guess you could... Some of these look pretty good if you start tiling them together. You'd have to sort of move them like that. But you can sort of put them back to back. They have a few different colors as well. You know, kind of standard stone looking colors. And then this one here as well, obviously same colors, but it does look really nice. And you don't have to use move objects to do this one. This one sort of just sits next to itself like that and can tile really, really easily, which is pretty cool. You can even do it like this and around the other way, and it sort of just sits together and make a big sort of planter, which is really nice actually. And then there's like a ton of windows in this game. I'm honestly kind of confused as to why there's so many. Not that it's a bad thing. It's not a bad thing, but there's so many. Like if you go into the category, filter by university, like look how many windows that we have in here. Like there's so many new ones that come with this. And I put them in all their sets and then groups. Interestingly though, I'm not quite sure the reason. And I'd be kind of interested to find out about this because they're doing a lot of windows that are left and right. So there's window right, window left. But the weird thing about it is you can just do this. You can just flip it. I'm not really sure why we need two because... Not that I assume it takes them any more time to make a second one. I just don't understand the point. I just don't know why. Like, so we window right, window left, and I haven't even done them the right way around. But like, you know what I mean? Like I could just use this exact same window and just flip it and just do that. I'm not entirely sure the reason. And they did that a few times, like in that window, and then I did it over here, in these two windows here. So this one is left and right, but it's like again, you could just do this. I'm not really sure. It's not a bad thing. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I guess the only negative about it is it just takes up another spot in the catalog that it probably doesn't need to. I don't know why. I really don't. Does it have the same description or is it different? Go on the times of convention. Oh no. Okay. It definitely changes. Anyway, so we've got this set here, which all goes together. This same window, the same height. Nice whites and blacks as per usual. Not my favorite set, but it's there. It kind of looks more 70s, this kind of set here. And this one also matches that color scheme, but it's kind of weird because it's kind of by itself, unless these match it. I don't think so. And then this one here, this has got a lot going on in this door. A lot of detail, but I really like the window set here with it. So we've got a nice, like, sort of, you know what, let's come around the other side. Probably be easier to see it. We've got a nice set of larger windows there and some smaller ones. These are actually all really nice, all pretty contemporary, simple looking guys. Nothing too crazy about them. And then, like I said, the other matching ones are actually over here, which is these ones, the sort of end pieces. So those are quite nice. And then we've got this middle set that I've put on this wall, all green by default. You know, it's always interesting seeing what the default colors are on items. It's like, I wonder why they chose the green as the default. Maybe so it just stands out more. I guess almost in a way, it does make it a lot easier to find that set in the catalog because you're like, oh, green, that will match the other one. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, some nice colors. Obviously, plain whites and blacks my fave. I actually really love this door. This door itself is really nice. I think that's 2-tile, right? Yeah, that's a 2-tile wide door. There's actually some really nice doors in this pack, which I hope to use some more. And then we got some, you know, all these windows match the same sort of color schemes. They will all have the same sort of matching swatches, which is quite nice. Nice white. Oh, white. You know I love my white. My really basic white windows. Oh, yeah. Oh, I actually kind of wish I had red shutters and not a red window, but anyway. Yeah, so, that one can be used with this set. This is a really weird set over here, actually. I will get to that. But I guess this one can match in with that, which is good. So I guess in the defense of that set, there are a lot more stuff that can go with it. But I was kind of looking at this. I'm like, this is kind of weird. Anyway, got a new bay window here as well. Oh, look at that one. That's really nice, actually. And a dormer that matches it as well. So this is the thing that we'll place on a roof for more roof details. So that's quite good, too. A few different little matching ones. Oh, so that's actually kind of cool. So this window here matches that one that we had over here. Cool. All right, so that's that middle set. And then this one, yeah, this set, I was like, why are there like weird items? So this is a new frieze as well. It's almost like clown colors. I was like, what is going on with this? But I guess it makes more sense now that you can match it in with the other stuff. I mean, it's really fun, and it's also got the same matching green too. Oh, that's cool. Oh, I can't recolor that right now, but anyway. So that's really nice. Also, I really love, I mean, this came in the update, but I really love that we can do this with columns. This is coming in the patch for everyone. Oh my God, it just keeps going. This is coming in the patch for everyone, so you can now just drag columns all the way up. So that's really cool. I love that. That's actually super cool, but we'll talk more about that in a patch video or something at some point. And these doors, I love. So this set here, this is our next set. I love these doors because they're just really big. This one especially got this big wide door, big handle. I think these are epic. Do they have a red? Red door. That's beautiful. That is awesome. Almost wish that was white though around it, not gray, but still really nice. Oh, blue door. They needed more color door variants. Just do like blues and greens, like all the colors. Oh, but still really, really nice. I love these. These are cool. And then all the matching stonework ones too. And then I'm like, and then also these guys. Yeah, these are actually really nice. I love this window here as well. This one, because it's a little bit more subtle than all these large ones here. I mean, it's still got the sort of brickwork around it, but I think that's really nice, or stonework. Super nice. I actually really, really like that one. And a matching chimney for this set here as well. And then coming around to this one is very full-on stonework. But yeah, this all goes together right here. And I think a lot of this stuff pretty much could probably be colored to match all the other stuff in the pack too. I think most of this stuff will work together pretty well. If we sort of do the same grays and all that, like that's the same color. So that's kind of cool. And then also a matching column with this, which is way more detailed. A matching frieze as well up top. We've got that wall behind. I'm actually just change it to a more plain wall. There we go. So then all these windows have the same colors as the doors and each other. And then this is a new little balcony. It's like, what is it called? A balcony. So that's the one, that one's there, and then all these windows. I mean, all same sort of thing. I love this one too. It's a nice big window, really, really nice. Matching dormer and a matching column that went with that wallpaper that we just had before too. So you can sort of tie it all in together. And we have one new fence. This is the only new fence that we have, which is kind of interesting that this is the only one. I guess we didn't really need more fences, but there's no gate that goes with it. There's no railing that matches with it. There's no stairs that match with it. So I was like, that's kind of, I mean, it's fine. I guess well, you couldn't really have that as a railing anyway, but there's nothing else like that. It's just a fence by itself. And I think that's it. I think that's everything that we get. I mean, I said it wasn't a huge amount, but the amount of time it took us to go through it was quite long. I guess overall, I think I'm actually really excited by the build and buy in this pack. I guess at a surface level, I would have expected more items, but to be fair, the items that we did get, I think I'm actually going to use a lot, especially pretty much everything in this room here. Pretty much the dorm room, I think this is my favorite set of items. Oh, and obviously these items here, I think I'm not even sure what my favorite item is. Either this shower, because of how useful this is going to be, or even the cubicles. But I mean, obviously I'm not going to use them in houses, but any community lot, super useful. I think this whole, yeah, like I said, this whole room is going to be awesome. Even these items are really, really nice. And then a bunch of new windows and doors that look really, really great too. I think overall is a really good selection of items, and it's a good balance between sort of modern, contemporary, also cheaper, sort of put together items. A lot of IKEA inspired stuff, obviously, which who doesn't love IKEA, let's be honest. And then the more traditional stuff. And surprisingly, all this works together really well. Like you can easily mix and match these items in with all of this, like the whole pack together. It feels like it makes sense. And I think they've done a really good job of tying everything in with itself. So overall, I'm actually really excited. I'm really excited by the build buy, especially this room and this shower and the cubicles. But I think that's going to do it. I think that is the build buy overview. Let me know what you think in the comments down below if you think that this is a good selection, if you expected more as well. Because I guess that is the one thing I will say is like I kind of expected there to be more items. Because if we go into show all, Discover University, this you can see pretty much everything here. It's not a huge amount. Like we've gotten a lot in expansions before. Like it's not much. But having said that, even though it's not much in the catalog here, like I said, it goes a long way, and I think it's going to be like really, really useful. So yeah, do let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. But thanks so much for watching. I will see you next time, and have an awesome day.